Welcome to our research on Reimagining Main Street, North Carolina, designed for social distancing in downtown historic district. My name is Alexander Nguyen, and this is my partner, Katherine Perez Nunez.
Our paper focused on how small towns could respond to the pandemic's impact on businesses in the historic downtown districts through design. The partnership that UNCG has with the Main Street program of North Carolina provided us the opportunity as student fellows to develop an approach to COVID dining spaces in historic districts. And in order to do this, we conducted research on the impact of the pandemic on small businesses, as well as proposed case study approaches to design projects.
The Main Street program is essential to communities because their focus is on downtown district and helping to revitalize the economy under the field of historic preservation. Since March of 2016, the North Carolina Main Street program has partnered with UNCG's Interior Architecture Department to provide design assistance to 94 Main Street communities across the states. These projects involving a mix of archival research, fieldwork, documentation, and digital design work using a variety of design software programs.
Our research was prompted when North Carolina Main Street program released a new request proposal to help businesses in downtown commercial districts deal with the impact of the pandemic. These proposals were for outdoor spaces that help surrounding businesses and did not disrupt the historic buildings around them and that were accessible to all groups. From there, we conducted research to identify the needs of the small businesses and found that the largest sector hits were hospitality and retail due to business closures and job loss, and found that they mainly needed capacity increase as well as dining and recreational spaces. Then we looked at precedents and design practices related to revitalizing underutilized spaces like alleyways and sidewalks are already in place. However, we had to consider how to repurpose these areas to be compliant to social distancing guidelines while not being disruptive to the historic areas. Our first case study of this nature is the hole in Ruffton, North Carolina, and it's an empty lot. And our peer, Sanaya Lawson, found that the property is located in the historic district of Ruffton and is directly across from the courthouse. The needs of the town was to create a place where the community could gather together through outdoor dining and live performances while still under the guidance of social distancing. And as you can see in this slide, she proposed a space that fit the different needs of the city with having different entrances to be ADA compliant. It also includes areas for businesses further away to set up shops like food trucks or just retail spaces. And it also includes seating for 44 people in COVID, but the use of benches will allow more people in the future once the pandemic has passed.
Let's travel to Hendersonville. We have a brewery that receives private funds from the city to recover the capacity lost by expanding to outdoor. The property is close to the boundary of Henderson Historic District. Thanks to the private fund, the property owner can set up a temporary outdoor dining parklet by utilizing the loading zone in front. The parklet can hold up to 16 customers and is ADA compliant to serve the customer with disabilities. The third design for COVID time, we have an alleyway to rehabilitate it in Albemarle. The alleyway is located within the downtown Albemarle Historic District of Stanly County. The city of Albemarle requests to convert the alleyway, which is currently occupying parking lots and utilities, to a pedestrian-only walkway. The proposal provides seating with 6 feet in between each other, sanitation station, and public arts to support adjacent businesses with an uninviting outdoor atmosphere under the social distance standards from COVID-19 restrictions. The 3D modeling proposal was beautifully generated by Bianca Jenkins.
From the case studies, we came up with some design considerations for the outdoor pandemic spaces that future designers and business owners can use. So making the spaces attractive and inviting is crucial, and this can be done through signage and having furniture appropriate to the era of the district, as well as a large focus being on the time frame of the towns and how quickly they want this space to be implemented. And then finally, materiality and spatial relations is critical in maintaining health and safety guidelines so that there's enough distance between people and the spaces can be easily cleaned.
These groundbreaking designs are a creative and visionary response that we can preserve the history while protecting our health and mental well-being. The next step is to consider the long-term implementation to these spaces and study their effectiveness in helping businesses recover from COVID-19 impacts. We want to thank Travis Hicks, our advisor, Bianca Jenkins, Sanaya Lawson, our peers, and the North Carolina Main Street and Rural Planning Center for supporting us in this research. And thank you for listening.